Yeah, no shit, the studio wanted a Guns N' Roses track here. When Wayne's World was released in 1992, I was only 9 years old. Much of its adult humor was lost on me.
What is the difference between Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man, really?
But I still found myself laughing along with so many other scenes, like Stacy on the bike.
Hi, Wayne. Hi.
The TV station Mike scene.
Come in. Your landing gear is down.
Ow. Away, guys, okay? Let's just maybe go down to the set. Hey.
Garth killing the donut man.
Oh, that's not good. I'm not happy. Oh, no.
Garth shocking the bully. Garth.
People watch this?
And when the movie came out, I was living under a rock and unfamiliar with a lot of pop culture. Having never seen the show, I had no idea it was preceded by sketches on Saturday Night Live, as well as the character of Wayne himself being rooted earlier in 1987, evolving from a segment titled Wayne's Power Minute on the CBC television series It's Only Rock and Roll.
Hi, this is Wayne's Power Minute. All right.
Also, a prototype of the Wayne character had appeared several years prior on City TV in Toronto's overnight show City Limits, according to IMDb.
I didn't know about that.
That's right, a whole section devoted to Wayne.
All I knew at 9 years old was Wayne and Garth were fucking awesome. I knew then I was gonna grow up and wear jeans with holes in them, have long hair, listen to metal, play guitar. I never found a donut shop to hang out at, but I crossed everything else off that damn list. And part of what makes me love the movie so much as an adult is being able to understand all the jokes, references, and gags that I didn't get as a kid.
Who wants Chinese takeout? I know a great place.
I'll have the cream of some young guy.
Part of it is nostalgia, sure, but as an adult, when you watch things that you haven't seen since you were a child, and this applies more to family-friendly type things anyway, there's not always gonna be as many jokes or references or gags that you didn't pick up on or you missed the meaning of at that age. But a movie like Wayne's World that wasn't meant for kids, goddamn, is riddled with that kind of stuff.
That would have to do with that limited skirmish in the Middle East.
Now, I can't imagine anyone who doesn't know the premise of the film, but I'll lay it out quickly anyway. Wayne and Garth are two buddies who host a public access TV show from the basement of Wayne's parents' home. Discovered by TV pitchman, charmingly and assholishly played by Rob Lowe, looking to get rich quick, they sign a contract with him without reading the small details, and eventually learn they've sold the show itself, the name, and all to the network and have lost control over its aesthetic and direction.
Wayne's World! Wayne's World!
Okay, welcome to Wayne's World. Party on, Garth.
I guess.
A big part of what makes this movie so enjoyable is the undeniable chemistry between Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. Which I find ironic considering that Mike Myers initially envisioned Wayne, and this goes back to as early as the Second City days, as a solo character. He wasn't even supposed to have a sidekick. And truth be told, Carvey was arguably a bigger star than Mike at the time of this film's release, and being that this was Mike's film debut, it makes a little sense that he was worried about being overshadowed by Carvey, a more experienced comedian and more well-known person, basically.
It's no wonder I'm up around that 80% approval area.
To me though, the duo were as equal as Beavis and Butthead. I can't picture Wayne without Garth, and I can't picture Garth without Wayne. Mixed into the movie's main plot is a love triangle, well, a few actually.
I love you, man.
And I love you.
Tons of laughs.
If you're gonna spew into this.
Ed O'Neill scaring the shit out of us.
I'd never done a crazy thing in my life before that night. Why is it? If a man kills another man in battle, it's called heroic. Yet if he kills a man in the heat of passion, it's called murder.
Hello!
The first appearance of Chris Farley.
Next stop is St. Louis, and he's gonna come back through Chicago on his way to Detroit.
Hell, even multiple endings for the hard to satisfy.
Let's do the Scooby-Doo ending.
Good call.
The movie took a lot of risks that paid off and brought us one of the most iconic scenes of the 90s, introducing entirely new generations of people to the legendary rock group Queen. Now imagine for just a moment that the studio had their way with this particular scene. Imagine for a moment, instead of this masterpiece, the guys were jamming to like Paradise City.
Take me down to the Paradise City.
Mr. Brownstone.
We've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone.
Yeah, no shit. The studio wanted a Guns N' Roses track here. Now, to his credit, Myers was so adamantly against this, he threatened to quit production if they so much as dared try and replace this scene with something other than Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Way to go, Mike. Wayne's World was also one of the first movies I ever saw that broke the fourth wall. It felt like every 10 minutes Wayne was talking to the audience.
Yeah.
They had Garth do it.
I don't really have too much to say right now. What's that?
I didn't know what to think of any of this at that age. I was just mesmerized and hypnotized in a ball of confusion and laughter. Especially when, after coming down from the high of the Bohemian Rhapsody scene, who among us was prepared for much later in the film when Garth falls in love and busts out his sexy dance moves to freaking Foxy Lady?
Coming to get you.
Hell, that might have been my first introduction to Hendrix too, honestly, who knows. This movie had a lot of firsts for me for sure. Maybe that's another reason I find it so enjoyable and rewatchable and hilarious. It's just full of things that never seem to grow old to me. It manages to keep me laughing consistently through its main plot, as well as its smaller subplots that, even though really add nothing major to the overall story, never feel like they're taken away from the main arc either. It's timeless in my opinion, even if the music itself, the product placement jokes, technology, and the culture are forever frozen in time. The fun of Wayne's World is not.
No way. Wait.
It's so much fun, in fact, that it got a sequel. Want to see my thoughts on that one? Well, thumbs up this video, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.
Take me, Garth. Where? I'm low on gas and you need a jacket.